when you're talking about greatness in the NFL, right? It's easy. We had a conversation last night about how it's too easy to confuse getting paid with being great. Justin Herbert and Jordan Love are two good quarterbacks. They're very good. They're not elite. They're not the top quarterbacks in the game. They just aren't. But they're paid that way because teams, when you find someone who's good, the reality is you want to hold on to them because the alternate is we're still trying to find a guy that's good, and you can get that wrong, and that holds you back. So, hey, we found a guy that's good. Let's pay him and keep him. But the true superstar quarterbacks, there are 4 great quarterbacks in the NFL right now. 4. Well, actually, there's 5 because we're adding somebody to the list. Coming into this year or middle of this year,
you're carving out another bust on Mount greatness.
There are 4 great quarterbacks, and my criteria for great quarterbacks is quarterbacks who make everybody around them better, and you win games and you win big games because of them.
Oh, right? I see what you're doing.
That's what you make everybody better, and you win games, many games, strictly because of your performance. That suddenly now you realize, okay, that's not that many guys, right? There's lots of good quarterbacks in the NFL that can win if they have the right players around them. That's why Justin Herbert can win if he has the right guys around him. Better running game, another weapon at wide receiver. Jordan Love, hey, get a big guy at wide receiver. Everybody's hurt.
Don't turn the ball over.
There are 4 great quarterbacks in the NFL who win games by themselves on a regular basis, and they make everybody around them better. And those 4 guys coming into this season are Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes. Those are the 4 guys that are still great. Aaron Rodgers, once upon a time, was great. He's not a great quarterback anymore. 4 guys that fall under that category of they make everybody around them better, and they win games by themselves regularly. And when you think about those qualifications, it's, oh, yeah, Mahomes, absolutely. Josh Allen, absolutely. Lamar Jackson, absolutely. Joe Burrow, yeah. The only thing with Joe Burrow is he's got to be healthy, but when he is healthy, that's who he is. Look, he nearly willed the Bengals into the playoffs this year all by himself, and the Chiefs had to play all their third stringers and play Steve Bono and Bill Kenny at quarterback to make sure that they didn't make the playoffs.
No, don't do that. Win a game in September.
I know, I'm with you.
Actually play a game and be able. Zach Taylor should have had his ass fired just for that, and for not getting rid of Lou Anarumo. Now, they finished better.
Dude, you mentioned him on the show more than I think his family mentions him.
But it's one of those things. You saw it was terrible. Now, they closed a bit better down the stretch defensively, but it was a disaster. So what do? You got to change it. You got to change the vibe. Maybe you had to change McPherson. He cost you a couple games, too. Between him and Justin Tucker, I don't know who failed you more.
Oh, Justin Tucker. He missed a big kick every single week.
Seemed like it.
But
could have cost Lamar. Could have.
Now,
he didn't, but
he did,
could have cost him the MVP award.
Yeah, but it could also cost him in the playoffs this weekend.
Well,
you never
we'll
know.
See.
But you have to add somebody else to it. And
is it Brock Purdy?
No, come on. Talk about guys who need everybody around them.
I really
successful.
just wanted to do a Paul Heyman.
Here's what I need. What do you need, Brock? I need 2 Pro Bowl wide receivers. Okay. I need a Pro Bowl tight end. Sure. I need the best running back in the game. Okay. Then I'll be good. Oh, all right. Great. Anything else? Oh, yeah. I need like 2 or 3 all pros on the offensive line, and I'll be really, really good.
Which number did you press for that equation on that vending machine over there?
But you have to add Jayden Daniels to this list. Even though it's 1 year, this is a team that has won because of him regularly, and he makes everybody around him better. They do not have a great roster. Jayden Daniels, last week, the performance to win this game, all you have to do is look at the final play, running for the first down, where he's dead to rights in the backfield, and it looks like he's going to get tackled, and it's a very calm, stiff arm. I run forward for the first down, and then Zane Gonzalez comes in and doinks it off the upright. You see him playing, you hear the announcer say the same thing. Boy, it looks like he's been playing the game for a long time. He doesn't get overly excited, and that is true. I'm not giving you anything that you haven't heard all year about.
Quinn and everybody said, right, that he basically has the heartbeat of a poker player, right? You never know what kind of hand they have because it's just dead even, dead steady. He
is different because that is who he is as a quarterback, and he is easily to be mentioned alongside those other 4 guys. You talk about not great fantasy quarterbacks, great quarterbacks in the NFL, Burrow, Lamar, Allen, Mahomes, and you have to add in Jayden Daniels. Because this is a Washington team that wasn't expected to do anything. They were starting over. They were hoping Jayden Daniels would be good, and right away, he showed us he was talented. Right away, he started winning games. Right away, he started winning games by himself. And for that to happen, we are really undervaluing just how good this kid is. All right, I get look, Caleb Williams has a lot of attention because it's Chicago. It's a big media market. He was a Heisman Trophy winner. We saw him in college. He was a big known star. Jayden Daniels, who played a lot of college football, burst on the scene, incredible senior year, Heisman Trophy. Yeah, I guess we're taking him number 2 overall. But he has shown you that he is by far and away one of the best quarterbacks to come in this league in the last decade. The fact that he's a great quarterback already should not just because he's a rookie, that should not preclude him from this list, because there's nobody else in the NFL that has won outside of these 5 guys that win games for their teams like they do. And Daniels, watching him do it all year, he is on that list.
Yeah, I mean, look, in an outlier single season, I mean, you had the Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving duo, but Baker had a monster year because that defense wasn't very good.
No.
But is he a guy that we're putting up there as he's going to do this perennially? No, it was an outlier.
And were you always winning games because of Baker Mayfield? No,
he had his moments.
Anybody you had running the football ran. I think Eric Rett had a couple of 100-yard games this year.
Now I think you're going a little too far, because Rachaad White would have left the ball behind him a couple of times as he ran by. But coming into the year, it was interesting because we did talk about the Commanders a bunch of all right, they could be interesting for looking at their roster, looking at the personnel. Didn't think that Daniels was going to end up being their leading rusher at 900 yards. Eckler missed a bunch of time. Robinson missed a bunch of time. And obviously Terry McLaurin's just otherworldly when you've got a couple of other wide receivers that were still rising up. And Zach Ertz had himself a fantastic year. We talked about all of the big bonuses he hit down the stretch. Daniels was the number 5 fantasy quarterback for the year on the strength of his nearly 900 rushing yards. And that's an element like we see with everybody else you mentioned, right? It's escapability, the ability to tuck the ball, and even Joe Burrow. That's not what he's known for, but damn it, he'll do it.
Yeah,
he'll run through it.
Absolutely.
It's one of the things everybody loves about Herbert, right? Why everybody's waiting for that ascent is that he's a football player, right? As Jim Harbaugh loves to tell you. But yeah, Jayden Daniels, I mean, I don't know that I'm building the bust yet, but I'll at least carve out the space and start building a little bit of a foothold there. And then he can come and dazzle me again this Sunday, and we'll see.